Hello, Cardiff Devils fans. I am absolutely delighted to be joined by the new Cardiff Devils head coach, Jarrod Skalde. Jarrod, just how happy are you to have been made the new head coach of the Cardiff Devils?
Well, I'm extremely excited. After meeting with Todd and the ownership group and learning more and more about the fans in the city and the encouragement you get from the hockey community and the Devil family, I'm extremely pleased and grateful for this opportunity to join the Cardiff Devils. After accepting the position and meeting again with some of the owners and the family atmosphere they create for the staff and the players, and then really engage with the fans is something that makes it a real special place. And I'm very honored to be joining this team and joining this fan base that is very enthusiastic and very knowledgeable and very passionate about the Devils.
Oh, so when did you first hear about the role becoming available, and what attracted you to it?
Well, it happened months and months ago. It was, obviously a lot of uncertainty around the world and the sports world and hockey world. And I guess it's when Andrew Lord accepted the position with Greenville, it kind of became a bit of more of a reality. And so it was a long process. And Todd and I went over months of interviews and questions and different stuff. So I mean, for me, the biggest reason is I know the league has gotten so much better over the years. The English league, the elite league is really growing, recognizing a lot of the players that were really good players over here going to perform now in the league. And of course, with the Cardiff ownership group and Todd and everybody there, it just made it such a great, attractive position in the hockey world.
It's been no secret that there was a huge number of applicants that applied for this role. Just what is it, do you think, that's in your skill set that gave you the nudge to be appointed here?
Well, after talking with them, I think a lot had to do with my experience. I have extensive playing experience, but more importantly, coaching experience. I have some experience in player development with the Pittsburgh Penguins. And I think the fact that I could recruit, I've spent time in the East Coast Hockey League with Cincinnati, and that's so important to be able to find players and have the contacts with the agents and everybody. So, I think being organized in those senses that made me the candidate they felt most comfortable with.
It is quite an all-rounder of a job to be a coach in the elite league, a little bit more so than maybe when your head coach in North America, with the GM might take some of that player recruitment off your hands. Is that something that really sort of drew you to Cardiff, that you will be able to put your stamp on that player recruitment?
Yeah, it is. I really enjoyed that in Cincinnati when I was in the East Coast League, in the sense that, you get to pick, it's like you're asked to make dinner, but you don't get to pick the groceries, so it's fun. It's fun to go out there and find the player you want. And I'll be working closely with Todd and bouncing some ideas off of him, of course. But no, that's a fun part of it, putting your team together. You get some surprises sometimes, a guy that you didn't maybe project as high as you did. He comes over and he's the guy that you want to keep for a long time, and it works both ways. You miss on a few, but I really enjoyed that process, doing the due diligence to make sure we have the right person, the right players to add to what's already there in Cardiff, which is another attractive thing about the position. Is there's some really good pieces that will be in place once we get going, whenever that is.
What style of play and hockey philosophy can Cardiff fans expect from your team?
Well, I think what you can find from us, we want to play an up-tempo game. We want to make sure players play with passion. We want to be able to skate and make plays. It's a bigger ice service. I think the physicality when it presents itself, yes, we want to be physical. We want to make sure that we finish some checks. But I think you'll find more with my teams. It's going to be a lot more speed, a lot more skill, a lot of high energy, and guys that bring their passion every night. I think it's so important. It's such a you can't hide out there, and it goes back to the recruitment part, is making sure we bring in those right guys that bring that passion every night.
You mentioned a little bit that you already have some pieces in place for what will now be the 21-22 season. Have you been able to touch base with any of the new guys that are signed up? Have you managed to?
I had met I had met in the process with Joey Martin and Joey Haddad before, just about some certain things, and I know those two as players. But since leaving the U.S. and coming to Canada, I haven't had much contact with Todd up till today. So we're going to start going over some things. Obviously, there was a big announcement last week, which was everyone was kind of waiting on that. But I'll start diving deeper into our lineup, kind of who's still remaining, who will be back, and different things like that, and keeping an eye on other leagues, see how successful the ones that have opened up, and see how successful they're going to be moving forward through this 2020-21 season.
What are your impressions of the Elite League as a whole? We understand that you've already sort of been able to run the rule over the opponents in the league so far. What's impressed you about what you've seen, and how excited are you that you can put the Devils back at the top of the Elite League standings when you are able to get going?
Well, I had a great opportunity through the interview process to, Todd had sent me some games to break down, some video. So I thought it was enjoyable to do. It was a unique process to go through interviewing for a job, was to break down a couple of games. But, and talking to players that have played over there, and some coaches, I was impressed with the skill level. I really, it's a faster league. It gets better and better every year. You can tell by the players that are going to the league and making that decision to go over there, that it really, the skill level and the speed was really something that stood out for me. And I thought there's the execution in those games. I got to watch a couple of Nottingham games and Belfast and Fife. So it was great to see. And, again, the attraction to come to the league is just how much better and better it's gotten, and how much more it's going to continue to grow as we get through these times and into this next season, and see where the hockey world plays out. But it's a very attractive league. There's so many great competitive teams, and obviously Cardiff with what they have and what they've done. And my role and my job is to continue to bring success to this organization. As the owner said, they want to win titles. So let's aim for that.
Speaking of titles, the UK League is unique in that the regular season championship is the one to win. All of the titles are special, of course, but at the end of the year, it's usually the regular season champions that are regarded as the top team. A little bit of a departure for you, but has that been something that's been drummed home to you during this interview process?
Yeah, it is different. It is unique. And I think I think it's good how you have different types of things to focus on, because what happens in a 76 game or an 82 game, point system, there are those lulls in the year when you're just like, it seems like you're just playing and nothing's really happening. And I think that when you have your focus can shift from different things, I think it's exciting. So I'm excited to be part of it. I know when I got to play in Switzerland and Sweden, you had your derby games and below the line, and it was really fun. It really made it interesting. It is set up a little different, but I'm excited to experience the whole regular season champion, the whole process that goes over in the league. So it's a great opportunity.
Well, Jarrod, I'm sure, after the disappointment of the announcement last week, Devils fans needed a pick-me-up, and boy, are they going to get one with this announcement. Have you had a chance to see how the fans sort of mingle on social media and the passion that comes across there?
I've done some research before we're going through the process, and it just seems amazing. And then talking to Todd and Andrew Lord and I had some conversations, and it just seems incredible. I experienced some of that in Switzerland, but apparently this is at another level of support that the Cardiff fans bring, and they're knowledgeable fans. So again, it's so important to get the support from the community, support from the fans, and for the organization to give back, and the players the appreciation for what they bring every night. So it's going to be exciting to be coaching in an environment like that.
Well, Jarrod, we cannot wait for you to be able to get over here in Cardiff and get started. And it's going to be some adventure, I'm sure. And we're excited to start this adventure with you and see where it goes. But for now, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations and welcome to Cardiff.
Great. Thank you very much for having me.